For Action News, I'm Anna Samovska. Survey says the majority of OB-GYNs don't discuss toxic chemicals with mothers-to-be. The survey finds doctors are good about discussing tobacco and cigarette exposure, but when it comes to chemicals and plastics and other household items, the discussion simply isn't there. The culprits in question: phthalates found in air fresheners and dish soap, and BPA found in plastics. Of course, these are two of the most researched chemicals on the planet, proven to be safe over and over again. And yet the activists say doctors simply aren't aware of the risks. But is that really so? ACTIA's Dr. Gilbert Ross says, in fact, docs don't talk about these risks because the risks aren't risks to mothers-to-be at all.
The authors of the article and many of the commentators were quite shocked to learn that the OB-GYN docs, generally speaking, failed to warn their pregnant patients about these environmental exposures to what they construe to be toxic chemicals. So their perspective, most of the news media that covered this story, pointed out all of the dangers to pregnant women from these so-called toxic chemicals in the environment. The more science-based approach to this survey is to simply point out that OB-GYN doctors whose duty and training is to protect the woman who's harboring the fetus and their developing fetus, and to make sure that the woman and the newborn are as healthy as possible, do not believe, most of them, do not believe that these chemical threats are worthy of discussion when you're telling a parent-to-be, or parents-to-be, assuming they discuss it with the mother and the father or the couple. They did not feel that it was worthwhile to alarm parents-to-be about these chemical risks, which they did not deem to be risky at all, and thus why bother? They have enough things to worry about being pregnant that might actually interfere with the normal development of the fetus. Certain medications, alcohol certainly, lead naturally, getting dehydrated or overheated. You know, it's just nonsense trying to promote an agenda, an anti-chemical agenda, while worrying pregnant women is just should be condemned as highly irresponsible. And the spin that these groups, the activist groups, and the authors of the study, who obviously were hoping to get a higher expression of concern from their survey sample, they're irresponsible, and this behavior should really be condemned. It's unethical, I think.
To read more on this story and others, you can head to our website, axia.org. And while you're there, don't forget to also sign up for your daily dose of news delivered right to your inbox. For Axia, I'm Anna Samovska.